Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mitali Bhagawati, Assistant Professor, Krishnakanta Handik State Open University, Assam. Today we will be discussing Unit 5, that is Social Institution, Family, Education and Religion of the paper Social and Political Philosophy. This unit has already been discussed in the last two videos. We have already done with the first and the second video, which dealt with the meaning and definition of social institution and family as a social institution. And in today's video, which is the third video of this unit, we will discuss the concept of education and religion as a social institution. As we have already discussed in our previous video, social institutions are universal. These are found in all societies at all points of time. Institutions are means of satisfying the basic social need of people. They are cultural instruments through which human beings obtain their material, social and cultural satisfactions. Institutions are relatively permanent in their content and abstract in nature. And family, education and religion can be considered as some of the basic social institutions. As we have already discussed thoroughly about family as a social institution, in today's video, let's begin with education as a social institution. Education as a social institution is a structured system that transmits knowledge, skills, values, and culture across generations, playing a pivotal role in societal development and individual growth. It serves as a secondary socialization agent after the family, teaching children to interact in larger interpersonal settings while passing down societal values and civic responsibilities is the main purpose of educational institution. Schools impart academic knowledge, foster critical thinking and prepare individual for the workforce. Education is a social institution. It is called social institution because it is a system of interrelated social roles and norms that ensures the transmission of knowledge from one generation to another. The educational institution is not only a formal organization specially developed to educate, but also socially determined means of transmitting the culture. The term education is derived from the Latin word educare, which means to bring up. The idea of education is not merely to impart knowledge to the people in some subjects, but to develop in him or her those habits and attitudes with which he or she may successfully face the future. According to Durkheim, one of the founding figures of sociology, education plays an important role in the socialization of children. He believes that education enables children to internalize the social rules that contribute to the functioning of society. In earlier societies, in the period of hunting, there was no social institution called education system. Children used to learn simply from what they needed to know from their parents. Thus, socialization started at home. In ancient India, there was the Gurukula system. Young men, usually from upper caste, lived with the great teachers and learned from them. In feudal system of Europe, children were the prerogative of the social elites. Young men from the classes who had nothing else to do went to school to learn. The concept of universal education is a relatively new idea. It was only in the beginning of the 20th century that most of the nations began to practice the concept of mass education. The school is a social system with a definite pattern of role and social relationship and a formal organization. Although the structure and functions vary, schools are principal agencies that transmit knowledge, information, and culture. Family and education are two important social institutions that are closely related and play a crucial role in shaping individual and society as a whole. The family is the primary institution responsible for the socialization of children. It is within the family that children learn basic values, norms, language, and cultural traditions. The family environment and the quality of parenting significantly influence a child's early development, which in turn impacts their readiness for the performance in the educational system. The family plays a vital role in supporting and facilitating a children's education. Parents or guardians are typically responsible for enrolling children in schools, providing educational resources, assisting with the homework, and encouraging academic achievement. The family's socio-economic status, educational background, and value system can significantly influence a children's educational opportunities and outcomes. Now, both the family and the educational system reinforces societal value, norms, and expectations. While the family instills basic values and norms during early childhood, the educational system further reinforces and expands upon the concepts through curriculum, classroom interactions, and extracurricular activities. On the other hand, the interplay between family and education can also contribute to the reproduction of existing social inequalities. Families from disadvantaged background may face barriers to accessing quality education, which can limit their children's future prospect and the perpetuate circles of poverty and marginalization. Both the family and the educational system serve as vehicles for the transmission of cultural values, traditions, and knowledge across generations. The family transmits cultural heritage and practices, while the educational system reinforces and expands upon these cultural elements through formal instruction and socialization. So, in summary, family and education are closely interrelated social institutions that can save individual life and society as a whole. The family provides the foundation for a child's early socialization and development, while the educational system builds upon this foundation and further contributes to the transmission of knowledge, values, and norms. And in words of Durkheim, the socialization of the younger generation, he states that it is a continuous effort to impose on the child ways of seeing, feeling, and acting which he could not have arrived at spontaneously. And in words of A.W. Green, historically, education has meant the conscious training of the young for the later adoption of adult roles. By modern convention, however, education has come to mean from training by specialists within the formal organization of the school. Now let's discuss the functions of education in a society. Education as a social institution is responsible for the functions of society. One of the significant functions is socialization. The social objective of education is the socialization process. Socialization begins at home and continues at school. At home, children identify the rules with their parents. In school, for the first time, they are exposed to the larger society. In the old traditional society, children learned almost everything from their parents. But as societies become more complex, we need formal organizations like schools to prepare children for adulthood. In school, the children are also in the company of children from diverse backgrounds. They spend more time with their peers, so they learn a distinct set of values and norms and attitudes. Now learners, let's proceed to understand religion as a social institution. Religion is another common aspect of human culture found almost universally in all human groups. It is one aspect of the total human response to the need and drive for security, not only in this world but also in the next, not only in our relationships to the physical and social environment, but also in relation to unseen beings and unseen forces. Religion is very difficult to define. Different people have defined it in different ways. It means many things to many people and it cannot be defined in one line. According to E.B. Taylor, an anthropologist, religion, as he has defined, as the belief in supernatural beings. Again, Emily Durkheim defined religion as a unified system of beliefs and practices relative to sacred things, that is to say, things set apart and forbidden beliefs and practices which unite into one single moral community called a church, all those who adhere to them. So taking various definitions together, we find that all the traditional definitions of religion involve three aspects. Firstly, belief in a supernatural being or belief in a supernatural world. Secondly, dependence on the supernatural world for help, as inspirations and strength. And thirdly, behavioral patterns and practices, that is the rituals which express the dependence. So learners, we have to keep in mind that there are certain religions that may not fit well with the traditional definition of religion. Although religion is defined as the system of beliefs and practices centering the supernatural being, yet certain religious group like for example Buddhism is devoid of supernatural elements. Such a religion also, like other religions, provides a worldview, explains the events around us, and has means and behavioral patterns to address the crises that may occur in our lives. The basic character is that these are considered sacred. Religion expresses itself in a diversity of forms since man pays homage to the universal controlling forces in an untold number of ways. The belief in one supreme God as creator and controller of mankind is one of the major religious belief, and this is termed as monotheism. So monotheism refers to the belief in one supreme God as the creator and controller of mankind. In contrast, polytheism practices is in the society like Hindu culture involves beliefs in multiple gods. Now let us discuss some of the other traditional belief system. For instance, animism, a belief system that attributes souls or anima to both living and non-living things. This encompasses beliefs in souls, ghosts and spirits, reincarnations and soul transmigration. So this is, according to Taylor and others, considered that this is the fundamental element of religion. And again we have animatism, the belief that certain important objects possesses communicable energy. A related concept is Fatism, which holds that specific stones, for instance tabizes, have extraordinary powers, either good or evil. We also have the belief system of totemism, a belief system found among tribes of Australia, America and Africa, where people believe that they are descendant of certain animals, plants and objects. These natural elements are considered sacred totems. Totems are treated with great reverence by the members of the group. Totemism is also prevalent among many tribes in central India, of course. Again, we have magic. Magic is the beliefs and practices concerned with producing effect with cohesion of the supernatural forces or agents. Magic is a deliberate, purposeful attempt on the part of the magician to make the supernatural being do according to his or her wish. Magic can be both white and black. White magic does not aim at harming someone, whereas the main purpose of black magic is to bring about harm to someone in the sense of general understanding, of course. There is a remarkable difference between magic and religion that we have to keep in mind. Religion means an essential relation to the supreme being, whereas magic is primarily concerned with the attainment of some practical goals of the one who practices it. Religion denotes submission to the will of the god, whereas magic is virtually a command to the supernatural powers. So let us try to understand the role or function of religion in human society. Religion has a significant role to play both in life of the individual and in the social life in general. To the individual, religion provides emotional security. It helps man to rationalize his or her sufferings and make them bearable. It enables man to understand and explain the events occurring around them. At the social level, religion functions as a powerful means of social control. It controls human conduct and regulates behavior through the ever-prevailing fear of supernatural forces. This feeling is inculcated by individuals very early in their lives. Moreover, religion functions as a bond of social uniform and unity amongst all who follow the same religion. However, if religion creates a sense of unity amongst those who believe in the same religion, it also tends to create at the same time deep differences between people. This is mainly due to the misinterpretation of certain religious belief. We have to understand that in most of the societies, we come across religious explanations of birth, marriages, death, diseases, and of the various happenings in the world. Most of these are associated with some rituals like the funeral rites, the birth rites, etc. Even attaining of puberty and adulthood is associated with rites and rituals that are meant to make smooth the passes from one social stage to another and to resolve crisis, if there is any, with the involvement of such supernatural beings. And not only diseases and natural disasters, but even events in our life as birth, marriage and death are sometimes considered events of some crisis that require supernatural intervention. Religion as a social institution plays a crucial role in shaping society and fulfilling its basic needs. It encompasses a set of organized beliefs, behavior, and norms centered on sacred or spiritual concerns that are shared by a community. As an integral part of society, religion serves multiple functions, including providing social cohesion, promoting behavioral consistency, and offering meaning and purpose to individuals' life. Durkheim, a socialist in the study of religion, emphasized its communal aspect, noting that it binds people together, reinforces social order, and provides strength during life's challenges. Religion also acts as an agent of social control, teaching moral behavior and helping individuals become a good member of a society. Furthermore, it creates opportunity for social interaction, support, and group formation, fostering a sense of belonging and shared value among the people in general in a society. As a cultural universal found in all social groups, religion continues to be a significant force in shaping societal norms, values, and structures across different culture and historical periods. So learners, in this unit, we have learned that social institutions are an integration of norms and standardized patterns of behavior that fulfill the basic requirements of social life. Social institution means a system of social arrangements that guides the behavior of person in a society in a prescribed way in more important areas of social life. And family is one of the basic social institutions, and the relationship between the members of the family is considered to be the oldest social institution of mankind. Education is again a social institution because it is a system of interrelated social roles and norms that ensures the transmission of knowledge from one generation to another. Religion enables the understanding of the meanings of world across us and to behave in ways that can manage crisis in individual and societal life, both in this world and the world hereafter. Social institutions form the fundamental pillars that uphold the structure and stability of human society. Their significance can be understood through multiple dimensions. For instance, we can talk about societal stability. Social institutions provide established frameworks that guide human behavior and maintain order in society. Through standardized patterns and integrated norms, they create predictable social interactions that help society function smoothly. We can also talk about life transitions. Social institutions play a crucial role in managing major life transitions from birth to death. These institutions provide ritualistic and practical support systems that help individuals navigate through various life stages. The structured approach to handling this transition reduces uncertainty and provides emotional security. Again, through institutions like education and family, society ensures the preservation and transmission of knowledge, values, and cultural heritage across generations. This continuous transfer of learning and wisdom helps maintain social continuity while allowing for progress. Social institutions, particularly religion, offer frameworks for understanding and managing both personal and collective crises. They provide meaning to natural phenomena and life events while offering structured way to cope with challenges both in the present life and concerning other spiritual matters. By establishing interconnected roles and responsibilities, social institutions create a web of relationship that binds society together. The family unit, as the most basic institution, forms the foundation upon which other social relationships are built, fostering social cohesion and other identity. These institutions ultimately serve as the building blocks of civilization, ensuring both stability and adaptability as society evolves through time. So learners, at this point of the video, you can check your progress by the questions. For instance, what is the definition of social institution? How do social institutions guide individual behavior in society? Which social institution is considered the most basic one? What is the primary purpose of education as a social institution? And how does religion function as a social institution? Again, you can also check your progress by the questions as what role do rituals play in social transition? Name the 3 major life events that require supernatural intervention according to the social institution. What are the basic requirements fulfilled by the patterns of human behavior? Dear learners, finally, we have come to the conclusion that the family, education, and religion are deeply interconnected social institutions that mutually influence, reinforce each other in a society. The family serves as the primary unit where children first encounter religious beliefs and values passed down through generations, while also laying the foundation for educational aspirations and achievement. Educational achievement and educational institutions often reflect the reinforce both family values and religious beliefs through their curriculum and hidden social lesson, while also potentially challenging or modifying traditional family and religious perspective. Religious institutions, in turn, influence both family structures and educational system by providing moral frameworks, shaping ethical beliefs, and sometimes directly impacting educational policies and family norms. For instance, in some part of the United States, religions and religious institutions significantly influence individual and educational curriculum choices and available schooling options, while also affecting family structures and social expectations. This interconnection means that changes in our institution inevitably ripple through the others. For example, when schools are closed during the pandemic, it significantly impacted our family dynamics. In summary, the family and education are closely interconnected social institutions. They shape individual and society. The family provides the foundation for a child's early socialization and development, while educational system builds upon this foundation and further contributes to the transmission of knowledge, values, and norms. The interplay between these two institutions can either foster social mobility or the existing inequalities, depending on various factors such as socioeconomic status, access to resources, and a broader social and cultural context. Social institution provides structure and stability in individuals' life, offering guidance on behavior, norms, and expectations across various aspects of society. They play a crucial role in socializing individuals, teaching them values, beliefs, and skills necessary for functioning effectively with the community as a whole. By creating organized pattern and interaction and fulfilling basic social needs, social institutions contribute to social and personal development of an individual. So learners, in this video we have learned about what does social institution means, what are its definitions and characteristics, and also we have tried to introduce the basic social institutions, that is education and religion. This is the third and the last video of the unit 5, that is social institution, family, education and religion. In the first video we have discussed the concept of social institution, meaning and definition. In the second video of this unit we have discussed the concept family and education as a social institution, and with this video we end the discussion of unit 5, that is social institution, family and education. So for further reading you can refer to T.B. Boatmore's Sociology, published by the Blackie and Son Limited, and you can also look into T.N. Madan and N.D. Majumdar's The Introduction to Social Anthropology, published by the National Publishing House, New Delhi. So thank you very much for sticking till the end of this video. Hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you.